People ask me, yo, you surprised the way he act? Like, nah. Cause I seen it when he was doing it on toilet paper, bro. Yeah. I seen this shit when my aunt was running around the crib going, what's this on this little piece of paper and shit? You know what I'm saying? And Jay be like, that's mine, I just wrote that.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street Starz. You know what time it is.
What's crazy is, and I'll be like, what's crazy is that I ain't see his mom in my hospital visit. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't see his mom. And most people ask me, well, what's your opinion? What's your take on his mom? You know what I'm saying? His mother was, I would say, okay, if I was hungry, she feed me. Would I say she was like a mother to me, like my mom was a mother to him? Nah. I never went to his mother with any problems. I need you to help me do this, or I need you to do this. You know, I just honored what she asked me to do, which is to watch out for her son and make sure that she all right. That's what hurt more. Because I'm like, your mom see this happening, she not step in and say, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This man did all of this man's family did all this. How does this work?
A lot of money can change a lot of things.
But the money changed everyone. Because I ain't get nothing, never got no comments from his mom, never got no comments from, and I'm telling you, like, our mothers was best friends.
Right.
Our sisters was best friends. His sister, my sister was best friends.
So nobody's friends no more.
Nobody's friends no more.
Because it is.
My daughter's his goddaughter, but his nephew is my godson. Nobody. This is what this done to us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is secrets and shit is like, now I can't talk to my godson because he think that I don't like his uncle, and he don't talk to his goddaughter, because how does that work?
Yeah,
how does that work when I put my child in this man's hands?
That's crazy, man. You have a project out, a movie that kind of goes through a lot of this shit, which is called, it's on Amazon Prime. Marcy Maid. I just watched it. Get into that for people who haven't seen it, that are intrigued about this project.
You ain't seen it, right? That's Marcy Maid I did that. I got tired of people saying, yo, thinking that I'm telling them, yo, he owed me something. Think I'm saying, yo, he owed me. I said, man, I can't say that. I'll tell you what I'll do. When I do Marcy Maid, this documentary, let's see how this works. As soon as Marcy Maid came out and people started watching it, the only thing they could say is, man, this nigga owe you, man. See? So that was the big picture about Marcy Maid. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's show them where I stand and maybe they give them a better perspective. Let my earth speak on this. Let my mom, because what you think, my mom gonna get on here and lie? She just said how, you know, on Marcy Maid, she said how Emery would be sitting in my house and talking to my mom. And yet you see a clip where Emery like, yo, I don't know nobody but Jay. So what, my mom's lying? You get what I'm saying? Like y'all doing everything to rewrite this without me. It's almost like they waiting for something to happen to me to do a movie. I bet if something happened to me, God forbid, they do a movie, I'm probably the dude that's carrying the work, doing dumb shit. They have me as a clown in there. You know what I'm saying? So they try to change the narrative of the story. Like,
is there an amount of money that can make you stop telling your story? Like you get a phone call one day and it's like, hey, what makes you, we just need you to be quiet. How much money you need?
Well, I estimate I'm gonna do about 2-3 million books, right? So once I tumble that up and do that and do the numbers for, I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know. But I still would just like to have that why.
Right.
So
It's almost like the cat is out the bag.
Right. I always wonder what makes you the boss. Is it the plug? Is it the loyalty? Or is it the fact that you can strong arm niggas or whoop niggas?
What make you a boss is the way you do business. Because I had the same type of dudes that have the same work, but it's always those dudes be like, man, I'm like, yo, go get it from, my man guy. Man, I just want to do business with you. It could be the same price, it could be the same thing. And then I think that's what make you a boss on how you carry yourself, how you conduct your business and shit and all this, and make people comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? That, and that's what the bigger hurt is. Down the line, when shit hit the fan, because I always say, yo, bro, during my trial, man, with 6 people testifying against me.
Damn.
Right? I ain't do nothing to none of them but make all 6 of them rich.
Right. Well.
You know what I'm saying? So this is, they here testifying against me. And that's the hurt and this feeling.
Who was the hardest to forgive?
Who was the hardest to forgive?
Yeah. In your entire life, who's the hardest person to forgive?
Shit, Jay.
Man, we gotta get it. Hold on.
That wore me, yo, bro, that wore me out, bro. That wore me out. That wore me out to a crazy dark spot, dark place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he started getting sassy with it. You know what I'm saying?
But let's not get too far. Let's take it back and because people, we do this sometimes when we get into the story.
Right,
people don't know what's
okay.
going on. So tell people, number one, how did you meet Jay-Z and your connection to Jay-Z? Let's start there first.
Right. My connection with Jay, right? And this is this, and I want everybody to know this is my disclaimer, right? Because during this, I may get more passionate, and sometimes my passionate about my story seems to come off wrong to people that like I'm bitter and I'm angry. But then I go in and let you know, as you hear the story and you read my story, you scratching your head like, shit, I'd be more just bitter still at this point. But yeah, we come from here, bro. Me and Jay, we come from here, 7, 8 years old, 4th grade, 5th grade.
And where was the location? For those that don't know, Marcy Projects, right?
Yeah, we come from Marcy and shit, I'm going to school one day and I see him and I noticed that his way of path to school is the same path as mine, and we leaving out the same building.
Are you older than Jay-Z at the time? Y'all the same age?
I'm 6 months older than him.
Got you. So same age pretty much, yeah.
So just right then and there, man, I seen how I used to hang with this other young guy. Shit, he was like my role model. Same age, but he was much more tougher than me, much more street than me, right? He was much more street than me. And I'm much more knowledgeable and just taught me how to conduct myself. And this is going to public school because we had to walk through gang territory, Puerto Rican gang territory, and they used to harass us all the time if we ain't deep. You know what I mean? We ain't got a bunch of us walking to school together. But every time you look around the corner, they got 5 or 6 dudes on the fence going in their pocket, taking their little munch money. And guess who's on the fence? Jay. Jay, one of them on the fence. And then my man used to always be like, yo, that ain't gonna be us. You understand? That's never gonna be us. You know what I mean? See how it is? Until one day they really stopped us. My man showed me how to, my man just flipped out on them. Like he flipped out to show them that he wasn't scared, and the shit went in reverse. Like they really didn't press us. They end up saying, yo, B, you okay? And you could get through here, nobody gonna bother you. And he like, yeah, this is my cousin too, and he getting the same flavor, this and that. Right? So with him telling them that, I see, I end up telling Jay that, because Jay from my building. I'm like, yo, bro, walk to school with me, man, so they won't be fucking with you. And that's how from there, we just took off. 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade,
Like real childhood friendship.
Yo, when I sit here and tell you.
That's like these niggas. Like I met them like that, like young like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, see, so that's the betrayal of it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you young like that and y'all come up like that, then as I'm coming up, it's beginning, it's not my man, that's my little brother. You get what I'm saying? That's my little brother at this point now when we coming up in the hood. Because now we more protective of our set, our community, our little three buildings. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna come over here and mess with us. So now I'm protective of them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? By the time we getting into junior high school and all of this stuff. But we had separated. Once we got to like junior high school, I was more into hustling, making my own money. I was more into, if this shit don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know, Atari coming out now. Everybody, this is when the video games are coming out now. I'm the only little nigga that's 15, 16 that's gonna go right in my room and get my own $500 and buy my own Atari.
Atari cost $500?
When the Atari first came out, that shit was $5.99. And I used to see kids beg their parents like, where you gonna get? And I went and bought my own shit. My mom's like, yo, what you went and bought, you spent $600. And 2 days later, my Atari next door in Jay house. She like, where your Atari at? I said, Jay got it, he playing with it. Well, why you spend $600? Because I was the type of kid, like, this is where the money at in this. It's fun, but it's no money in this shit. I gave that shit away. I was just always prone to making money, man, at a young age, man. And with my little side hustles before the drug game with newspapers and running to the store for the older people and cleaning up my step-by bar, I was stacking bread. And I'm talking about $500, $600 every week for a little junior high school dude.
How much did the stash get up to?
My mom's found $30-something thousand when I was like 17. She found $30-something thousand.
$30-something back then.
Yeah. She found 30-something. I ain't had shit to spend it on.
My mom would whoop my ass.
That was legal money though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was just all my little hustles and shit over there. I was going to school with a stack in my pocket. I was going to school $1,500. I'm battling my Spanish homie. I don't know what his people was doing, but every time I used to go to school and flash, he flashed. I flashed 1,000, he flashed 1,500. That's how we used to battle each other with who could bring the most money to school. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, and we got all the girls. We buying all the lunches, we doing all this. You know what I'm saying?
Because lunch is like 50 cents.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I used to buy beef patty day. I used to buy like 6 trays.
Yeah.
And shit, that shit be all stacked by the table, stacked up by my table before I get the table. I don't want to pay for that shit in advance. Yeah. And now probably, that was the best day, beef patty day and shit. And, it just like, nah, man, I was born around money. It just wasn't the fact that like, my mom's wasn't poor, ain't struggled to take care of us and none of that shit. Just like, I always had a hustle. And she never really worried about me.
So why was y'all living in the projects?
Why was we living in the projects?
Yeah, you was getting this paper, 30,000. Why the fuck was y'all still in the projects?
As a kid, you don't think about, let's move with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think about I'm thinking about all the latest, whatever. Really, I don't even want nothing to buy. I just was more prone to just hustling.
A lot of kids is like, when you're young, the projects is fun.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, it was, I had no thoughts of moving out. Even when we had enough money to buy the whole block, was it thinking about buying the block neither? This is part of what I teach. I teach classes, I teach in the prison too, in Rikers. And I tell them that, post to time, I talk about all the money I had and all of that stuff too. And I make sure I tell them they be like, what happened to the bread? What happened to all the cars, the money, this and that? And I tell them, see what school, when they tell you to stay in school, what happens? You know what I'm saying? We wasn't financially educated. You know what I'm saying? As far as I was concerned, the way that money was coming, we was always thinking that, man, how come I'm gonna go broke? I'm gonna go broke. Me and my man eating, if I go down, I got him, this, that. Reaganomics was a good era, man. Everybody had money, bro. I ain't gonna say a lie. Everybody had money in Reaganomics, you know what I'm saying? So, but was we thinking? Nah, we wasn't thinking at all, man, with the money we was playing with. And I ain't really...
If you could go back now to your younger self, what would you say? What advice would you give him?
Be more organized.
We still on JC topic. Yeah, I just but so you're tricking off the beef patties.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that, throughout, I ain't have no tough childhood, none of that, bro. I think we all get these tests in life, right? On what choices you gonna make. We all gonna get these tests in life on what decisions we gonna make. And it just seemed like once drugs fell in my hands, I was just successful.
So what was so tell me what successful meant back then. Like what was a successful week for you?
Successful was my plan worked out. When I came home in 91, I had a plan. I went to prison. I went to jail for the first time in 1991.
What was the charge on that?
Oh man. I might have had 5 or 6 drug charges. I might have 5 or 6 drug charges.
What age? What age?
When I went to jail, I was 20, almost 20.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 5 or 6 drugs. And I kept running. They kept building up cases. I kept running. And they kept building up cases to a point where my lawyer like, yo, bro, can't run no more. You got to do some time. And meanwhile, I'm telling him, bro, I can't do no time. You understand what I'm telling the lawyer? Tell my lawyer, I can't do no time. He said, come back. He like, yo, they want 4 years, flat. You do 18 months, you home. And I'm looking at him like, I told you I can't do 4. I don't want to do no time. And my lawyer was like this, well, you got more money? Well, that ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna postpone this another month. He come back. He like, yo, bro, okay, you got $15,000 more. Boom, okay, now I got you 2 years. You know what part you ain't understand, man? I don't want to do no time. He dragged me down to out of $40,000, $50,000 later, he dragged me down to a county bid with all those charges. I had a county bid. 4 months, you be home. I could use that. I could do that.
Oh, so he was the truth.
Yeah, my lawyer was the type of dude, like, the only thing he want to talk about, you got my money. Before we go, when I walk and see his off, you got my money. You got my money. And that's on a state level. You could play with them like that. I've always had that kind of lawyer. My lawyer, they'll look, we're going to be in here 10 minutes. We out of here. We into this. You know, I'm walking the courtroom, boom, I'm in, I'm out. I had a nice state lawyer, high class state lawyer all the time. But when it was time for me to go to jail, like I said, my plan worked. That's what I meant when it's successful. The whole time that I was in there, I was writing about what I'm gonna do when I come home, how I'm gonna handle, how I'm gonna treat these guys when I get home, how I'm gonna eat, how I'm gonna be a boss. How could I be a boss when I get home? I knew all 5 of y'all was hustlers before I went in. I knew 4 or 5 of y'all had potential because I was messing with y'all before I went in. I was like, when I get home, I'm gonna make all y'all rich. And then I'm gonna get mine on the back end. You understand what I'm saying? So I blew up fast. 6 months from when I came home, man, I probably had $250,000. I was running with the same team that I told you that I'm gonna make bosses. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Check this out, boom. I got this half a brick. You gonna buy 9, and you gonna buy 9. I'm gonna hit you with the other 9.
Right.
When you finish with that and you come back, you got more money, right? Then you're gonna give me my money, and I'm gonna sit and say, so I was charging you 13 an ounce, right? So, go ahead, give me your money now. Give me the money for a half a brick right now. I'm gonna give it to you for about $1,000 an ounce.
Right.
They're gonna jump on that.
Right.
They're gonna be, what?
Can you tell us like crew members, the nicknames that you wrote on your four people when you were young? Are you able to disclose that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, Jay,
Okay.
Panama, and my Uncle Buzz.
Okay.
When I moved to Trenton, when I say I moved to Trenton, my Uncle Buzz was there already. I'm in my aunt and uncle crib. Now I'm a visitor. Mama visited. My aunt took me in. My Uncle Buzz was already there. I always talked about my best friend, Jay. Jay would come down on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? To a point where, shit, my aunt, like, you my son too. You know what I'm saying? Then them weekends started to weeks. Then them weeks started to like, yo, he had telling his mom he ain't coming back. I live in Jersey now with me. And then from there, probably a year later. I can't even tell you how Panama got in the crew. It was one of those type of situations where a nigga brought him around and he never left. One of my homeboys brought him around and he just never left. He fit right in. He fitted right in with the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a role to play in that household. And we all in my aunt crib. Now I got my 2 friends now living with me and my aunt. Jay in Panama are living with me and my aunt and his my Uncle Buzz. And we just running around Trenton getting money. My Uncle Buzz, like he had this police look with him, right? So he was easier to move up and down the highway. You know what I'm saying? Police, we'd be in a whole nother car, but the police would look at my uncle and be like, man, this nigga like the police. So he keep going. He just had a police look. So it was always good that's the role my uncle played. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get this from A to B, and y'all take care of this and that and the third. So we had a little team action going on. Right. And then after a while, me always searching for more money. Always searching for more money. Why them niggas, all right, the block is cool, y'all on the block, y'all know the block, this and that. I'm going on the west side and see what things look like over there. This is me in other cities in different territories. You know what I'm saying? Most people be like, yo, how the fuck you go to other cities and just take over and do that? It ain't easy. It ain't no walk in the park where you could go in other cities and do what you do and shit. It's your demeanor. It's how you come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I come in peace and I come to break bread with y'all. So meanwhile, while they doing this, I'm opening up operations here, I'm opening up operations there, everybody playing a team effort. By the time I got to start seeing some real money and I started saying, yo, I got a spot somewhere else in Maryland. I'm gonna leave y'all here in Trenton and hold this down, and then I'm gonna go to Maryland and see what that's like. And when I went to Maryland, that shit turned up something way different than I thought I ever seen. I went from 0 to 100 real quick. I ended up selling Jay and I'm like, yo, you can shut this shit down. Like, Trenton is not even worth it. This shit is like a dark cloud out of me. I was having problems out of there anyway. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was a good look for me to just, go find somewhere else to get some money. I started hustling, started making my way down in Maryland and stuff like that. And about time I set shop up in there, like I said, another thing, the same blueprint, bro. The same blueprint I used down in Maryland, and the same thing. Yo, my brother Jay, my brother, people coming, then about time you come, they already expecting you. Oh, you DeHaven brother. Oh, I heard you can rap, and he's already in. So every move I made sure I had my little brother with me. You know what I'm saying? So I just started getting more and more money when it turned down to Maryland.
So when did it become the Rock Boys or the When did
they made up the song Rock Boys. It never was a Rock Boys. We just had a clique.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just had a clique and ran with that. It was never a Rock Boy. We ain't never have a gang. We just ran with each other. And that was it.
When did the music start? When did you start hearing about him doing music and things of that nature?
First of all, the music, man. People ask me, yo, you surprised at where he at? Like, nah. Cause I seen it when he was doing it on toilet paper, bro. Yeah. I seen this shit when my aunt was running around the crib going, what's this on this little piece of paper and shit? You know what I'm saying? And Jay be like, that's mine, I just wrote that. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him when he was doing all of that, you know what I'm saying? And I knew how good he was all the time. So it was nothing for me to go across town and hear dudes rapping. And I'd be like, man, these dudes is whack. And like, really, my brother would eat you up. And they'd be like, what? I said, don't make me go get this dude. Like, I used to use him as like a weapon on the street when it came to that rap game. Like, man, you don't want it with him, man. He gonna embarrass you. So,
So you say he used to write? Because, Jay-Z is infamous for not having to write or he just walking.
Oh, no, he had to start somewhere.
Okay.
he had to start. He can't say he never did that before. But
Gotcha.
Nah, he had to start somewhere, man.
Now, did Jay-Z really lose 92 bricks? That's what I want to know.
Oh, man, that's in the book. Hold up. That's in the book.
92 bricks, nigga? What was that discussion like? You gotta have a team meeting when you lose 92 bricks, dog.
I wasn't in that camp, but I mean, they may have exaggerated about the 92. But it was a big loss. I know they took a big loss at one time.
So would you say Jay was street smart?
Yeah.
Who was smarter, you or him, when it came to the streets?
He was.
Why you say that?
Cause I'm gonna go in hard and heavy, and he gonna think about it.
Oh, so in your mind, chess is part of the street game, and so in your mind, he played chess better than you did.
Wow, that's a good analogy. And if you're gonna say it like that, right? I'm a.
That nigga said no.
I'm gonna play like I'm on the clock, and he gonna play like there's no clock.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make the move fast without really thinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's on the other side of that door. Jay, if I say this block right here, I'm gonna go out here and take this block and this and that and the third, and just to go take it. Jay will be more organized and be like, yo, bro, why don't you just hit them niggas and let them work and give them a few dollars? You know what I'm saying? He gonna be more of a thinker like that. I'm gonna be putting in the work. You know?
Wouldn't that make some people say you were scary?
A risk?
If you thinking like that? Like he was afraid to take that risk, or he was afraid to make them type
he ain't
of
gonna
plays.
he ain't gonna take the risk. I'm gonna take the risk.
Right.
You know what I mean?
On the team, that would make you the better player.
Not even that. I'm not even gonna let him take the risk.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, you said, see, when you equated it to the clock player is usually the more skilled player. So that's why I'm like,
because he got it mastered, but if you don't know how to play on the clock like that, you're gonna just make the move because you try to beat the clock.
Yeah, when you're doing the clock, that's when you make the mistake.
Yeah,
and so if you're the clock player, to me that means you're the more.
Yeah, if you could put it that way, right. But that was a good analogy for me to get away from.
Yeah,
and so
because I love chess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know what that's about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But he just more of an analyzer and thinker.
Is Jay a gangster?
No.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.